Right, the microphone is on. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to WN420. I'm Lance Storm, and today we're going to cover a couple topics. So, welcome to the show. I don't have a subscribe button for you to hit right here, but if I did, it would be a good time for you to hit it. Thank you for coming and checking out this on my replayers, because this is now possibly not a live stream if you're watching this and you can't. I don't know, whatever. Also, it's really cold out, so sorry if I look like a cast member from Dazed and Confused because of the jacket. Let's get down to some of the topics here. So, today we're talking about Mike Tyson weed, California, California lineup for Cannabis Opening and cannabis stocks. We're going to talk about a little bit of each of these things right here. So, what is going on here? There it goes. Alright. I have everything basically prepped up and ready to rock and roll. So here we go. Let me get this moved. There. Recreational pot is legal in California, but you still can't buy it across much of LA. What's going on here is, yes, it's legal, but not everybody has access to be able to sell it at the moment. The cards, I guess you could say the legalization cards have not been fully distributed. And, yeah, the licenses. Thank you. Let's see. Where is this? Right there. Boom. Oh, you can almost see the whole thing there. I'm kind of in the way of this. Let me fix it. I feel like Alice. Which pill do you want? So, I can take care of this a little bit better too. You can see people are lined out in mass on this particular. The beginning of the year, the beginning of weed legalization in California. That's a pretty big deal. Really cool stuff. There. Now I don't look like a floating head on this. Let's see. Internet. I'm going to be popping back and forth off of topics so that I can say, yo, what up, Ryan? Welcome to the show. What's up, B-Tines? Good to have you guys here. And now that I have a little bit of an audience, hopefully everything's going smoothly as far as it would. Did you just pull a Matt Damon and downsize? Yep, I just pulled a Matt Damon and downsize, and I got all this world to be able to play with right here. Let's check this out. I'm not really going to go too deep into any of the topics. Leastwise, not the opening days of legalization. I think that's a really great thing. It's super cool. And we're just going to move on to the banks right here. So, big banks ballers ready to shot callers. Oh. Alright. I need to move this around. It's going to be a constant move around with this, but we'll get it placed. There. Who's this? Get out of here. Actually, I could just do that right there. Boom. Alright. More banks are welcoming marijuana business, federal data shows. And I really bring this up because I want it to be kind of like a highlight statement. You know, the banks have been anti-marijuana for some time. Now they're starting to make the change over the transition, shall I say, to accepting marijuana money. This is going to be a big thing for a lot of the growers. It's really important for them to be able to store their money somewhere safe, as opposed to having to keep it in, bury it in their backyard or whatever it is that they're having to do to maintain a level of safety for their cash flow. Every business thrives off of cash flow one way or another, and not being able to use it in the bank system is just, it's detrimental to their society, to their economic growth in turn. And in turn, that money isn't getting put back into your local community, which is horrible. Just a personal thought about that. And weed stocks is really, since California has gone legal, the banks are going to have to do something. It's just yet another state towards on a big step towards the big picture of treating it like a tomato and growing cannabis as if it was always legal. And it should have never been illegal, but that's straying from the topic. The banks in California and many other places are going to start recognizing this as a big thing. Let's see. How many is there? Alright. I really don't want to do this. I hate reading to you guys. A steadily growing number of banks are willing to open accounts for marijuana businesses, according to new federal data. Even as a string of conflicting signs from the Trump administration surround the the debate about legalization with uncertainty, the number of and this is why I hate reading to people, because I'll do just fine, and then my dyslexia just tosses it all ajar. So there's an 18% increase in the industry since 2017. Late January, 340 financial service providers were banking marijuana business. So that's 340 financial providers were banking marijuana business. That number rose to 400 by the end of September, according to the report released late last month. The Financial Crimes Enforcement Network, the rise comes despite continued confusion about the federal government's approach to marijuana, as U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, a longtime legalization opponent, has made it clear he is considering potential changes to the former administration's mostly hands-off cannabis enforcement policies. Here's some graph. This graph. Let's see. Well, the blue line is the banks, and the yellow line is the credit unions, and it looks like the banks are definitely making the move towards servicing towards marijuana-related businesses. That's so if you're in a marijuana-related business and you want to make the move towards banking, I would definitely go towards a bank instead of a credit union, because it looks like exponentially it looks like a substantial amount more banks are going to work with you. And that has been from 2014 to 2017, fourth quarter. I don't really feel like reading any more about this. Let's go on to Mike Tyson, because Mike Tyson. All right. So Tyson's looking to become a new cannabis. Yeah. Well, here's what it says. It says Mike Tyson looking to become cannabis champ with new marijuana farm. And this is actually a really cool article. I read through this one. Before I really go on to this, I should touch down on marijuana stocks. My thoughts with marijuana stocks is not necessarily something that the guy next to you is going to say. I don't think that it should. I don't think that we should take so much interest into all of the marijuana stocks because a lot of them are going to bottom out. A lot of your basic places that aren't doing excessive, like making big moves in it, they're not something that we need to be paying attention to because they're probably going to fall out. This is just my non-professional opinion on stocks. I don't play with the stock market whatsoever. So, with that being said, take it with a grain of salt. I would probably be investing into the stocks that are working towards medical advancements. That's where I would play. And that seems like a solid avenue. There's always going to be more there. As well as with the companies that are using it industrially. Those two are going to be solid. Because once all 50 states have legal marijuana, what do you think they're going to do? We're going to grow. Everybody's going to grow. And you're going to be able to get local strains that are amazing to you and are more beneficial to you because they're locally grown. Kind of like honey. It will help you environmentally. So that's why I'm thinking I wouldn't be playing in the stocks of purchasing. So, or, the stocks that have to do with dispensaries and stuff like that. I would look at stocks under a different light. I don't know. Maybe this helps you. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm entirely wrong. But that's my thought. So Mike Tyson. What? We need to check out the comments, Mike Tyson. Let's see what's going on there. Hey from the Rockies. What's up, Victor? Welcome to the show. Smoking the green crack tonight. That's what's up, Victor. That's what's up.
That is his call sign. Hey, what's up from the Rockies? Gotta be.
Yeah, that's it. That's his call sign. B-Times. Howdy, Ryan. What's up? Oh, right on. It's good to see you guys communicating, talking back and forth to each other. I know this live stream is a little flaky. It's the beginning of the year, and by the end of the year, these live streams will be a lot better. I guarantee it. I'm going to have some people in here to help with the topics and maybe somebody to run the pop-ups and stuff so I don't have to. G13 is always tasty. B-Times, you are correct. That is a very tasty strain. Oh, what I'd do for some Tangelo. Alright. What am I doing here? Why is that popped up? I guess I could talk about that. That would be one worth talking about. So, but we're not here to talk about my gold coins. We're here to talk about Mike Tyson looking to become cannabis champ with new marijuana farm. Let's get down to it. With legalization of marijuana in California, Mike Tyson is ready to do different kind of boxing. Hot boxing, perhaps. This boxing icon is occasional actor broke ground last week to build a 40-acre marijuana farm. The facility, called Tyson Ranch, that sounds oddly familiar to a chicken company, will be located in the desert in California City, 60 miles west of Death Valley. California City is a place we've spoke about that before, and I really want to make a road trip out there. I'll probably have to set up a GoFundMe to do that road trip, but nevertheless, that is one that I'm really thinking about. According to The Blast, I'm guessing I want to click the link and see what kind of place they are. According to The Blast, 20 acres of the land will be used to cultivate cannabis and will allow master growers to have maximum control over the environment and whatever. I'm just go with it, okay? And an avid advocate of medical and healing attributes of marijuana, Tyson's farm will also have a Tyson cultivation school, which will teach growers the latest methods in cannabis production. Tyson Holistic will run the ranch and will focus on treatments for men and women who have suffered from psychological ailments during military service, and that's amazing. I think it's about time that somebody makes a solid effort and active approach towards helping out military. The vets are very important, you know. Our active military is who protects our country from foreign and domestic acts of terror, and that's about all there is to that. In addition to the school and the facilities to grow pot, the ranch will essentially be a resort and include an edible factory, premium glamping. Okay, glamping. They don't define what glamping is in this, and it bothers the hell out of me. Campgrounds and cabins, as well as an amphitheater. The farm has all the necessities for attendees to have a high quality vacation. Looks like Tyson is on his way to getting lots of green in more ways than one. The passage of Prop 64 in November 2016 legalized the sale and cultivation of recreational marijuana for adults. California will be the biggest state to legalize, despite the prohibition. Proposition passing by 57%. It still remains controversial in some quarters, and governments are not fully behind the movement. But never mind. Recreational use of pot may be legal, but there are still plenty of restrictions. You can't smoke it in public without within 1,000 feet of a school or daycare center when children are present. And like alcohol, you can't smoke and drive. Local governments have the authority to make their own rules governing use. And I thought that was pretty cool because of a lot of reasons. You know, the fact that he's going to do something to help the military service, that's going to be that's beneficial. Anything that helps the military eventually comes out and helps civilians. The fact that it is in conjunction with California City, that's a pretty cool thing. My phone is getting blown up. Let's see what that's all about. Check your live messages. Glamping is a style of camping? Really? I had no clue. Clementine is worth having an affair? What? Victor, Ryan, what's up, Breezy? Welcome to my live stream. Glamping, glamorous camping. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't entirely sure. Glamorous camping. So, like, whenever I go camping in the Holiday Inn, that's glamping? Because I'm not a big fan of tents. I have tents. I have all kinds of camping gear. However, not a big fan of it. You know, Mike Tyson, man, stepping in to help knock out the stereotype on weed. I gotta love it, dude. I gotta love that. That's cool. So, what are you guys' thoughts on Mike Tyson's weed? Is he gonna have like Mike Tyson's Punch Out strain? You know, like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like the video game Nintendo days? I don't know. Is he gonna have the Tyson's KO? That would be cool. Let me name some of your strains, Tyson. I'll be on that. Let's see here. Weed stocks, Mike Tyson. That's really about all that I had laid out for you guys. So if you have any questions for me that you would like to have me address, then bring them on. Other than that, I think I'm going to eat the other pill that Alice had and become 10 feet tall. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. Background. Yeah, background. It'd be great if I had the music on today, but whatever, you can't win them all. More than likely, this video will be demonetized like everything else that I do on YouTube for at least a period of time, and that's super exciting. I look forward to that. The video that I dropped, CNN smoking pot on Weed Bus or whatever, it was a cool video, and by the time it hit 200 views, which I was super stoked about it hitting 200 views in a day, and even went all the way up to 300 views. But I had seen I put that video out, and then like 5 hours later, Mark Dice put out basically the same video, or at least the same cover video. And then, so by the time my video hit 200 views on it, his had 200,000 views on it by the time mine, well, whatever, you get the point. I was just like, that sucks. So, oh well, ain't gonna hold me down, gonna keep on moving. Well, this was a relatively quick live stream, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the topics. I might clean this up and put it into a video format, because not everybody watches the live streams. And let me know what your thoughts are on these subjects. Maybe I might change up a little bit of the final flow for the video. Grew, right? Let's see. That's pretty nifty. The stream. The Clementine strain. Right. I'm a veteran, so you're interested. That's what's up, Ryan. I appreciate that. Wow, Nancy Grew. Yeah, I have a special ability. You know, I've been watching them cool movies and learning some tricks. Right, the rules of regs suck ass for disabled vets like me when it comes to marijuana use. It does, but the rules of regs are starting to change. Things are starting to, it slowly but surely changing. Way more than the meds that they have you taking. You know, I've seen people argue that the VA is trying to kill them versus help them under a lot of cases, and I'm not so sure that I think I agree with them, is where I'm trying to say that. Let's see. Victor says, I'm game. I will smoke it. I will smoke any new weed or old weed and give you all the lowdown on it. Bet. Let's do this. I'm all about it. Yeah, 2018, things are definitely going to be looking up. This is going to be a great year. I am not going to take a no for an answer. We're just going to move forward on everything. That's just the goal. No setbacks. Or if you do have a setback, figure out how to work with it. You know, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do this as a family, as a team. We're going to make things happen in big ways. In super big ways. We're going to make so many cool things happen this year. Although, one thing that I'm really thinking about not doing is going out to the East Coast anytime soon. I seen something on what is this, about negative 20 degrees out there? I'm cool. That's right. Keep it positive. It always keep it positive. Weed dumpster, aka Victor. He says, "Hey, whatever. I don't care what brand, flavor, old, new, young, fresh." Man, I've heard that in a different type of joke before, but he's like, "I don't care what type of weed it is. Bring it here. I'll take it. I'll smoke it." That's what's up. You guys are getting 15 inches of snow.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Do you know what I would do if I had 15 inches of snow?
Sled.
I would I would I would dig caves through it. I would have tunnels. I would have tunnels of snow. I would be like the prairie dog of snow. They'd be like, the store's closed. Nope, prairie dog's getting there, man. I'm going. That would be 15 inches of snow. I would just...
That'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Like the snow drift up on the house. I'd be stuck in, couldn't go anywhere. This is awesome. I'd take my camera out in the snow and just make tunnels. You guys wouldn't know what you're watching. You'd be like, what is this guy doing? I'm making tunnels in snow. I almost look at snow like a Florida kid does. Like, what is that? Snow is amazing. So, well, I can't get hung up on the snow for much longer. I gotta give shouts out to those of you out in California, because you just, congratulations on your legalization of weed. I just hope that you can get it without having to pay $20 a gram for it, in a state that you can go out and get it for $5 a gram on the black market. I'm not encouraging you to go out and break the law, but I am definitely recognizing what is and isn't available for you. A snow bong. Yes. I'd make a snow house that I could smoke out. That's what I would do. Yeah, man, I'll call you here in a little while. Let's see here. Maybe we'll go out and shoot a game of pool. Probably not. I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling like actually going out at the moment. Mike Tyson reveals his secret plan to revolutionize weed. Recreational weed sales start in California. Yes, we already know. Hemp. Wisconsin farmers allowed to grow hemp still face barriers. Illinois farmers plan another push for industrial hemp. Canadian company plans largest hemp operation in Maine. Stay on your own side of the land, guys. No, Canadian's cool. For marijuana users, it's high time as California makes recreational use legal. That's pretty much why I haven't covered a California makes recreational legal, because everybody's covered it in some way, shape, or form. So I figured I would do it differently. I think every time that I think to do something differently, my views reflect that tremendously. I do something different than the norm, and I get low views. But I might have to just kind of run with trending style things for a little while to get more viewers and get more subscribers up in here, and then do our thing. Recreational marijuana sales bring long lines to a West Hollywood dispensary. A crowd of 80 people stood inside Medman Santa Monica Boulevard location. Whatever. Sucks, man. Open up more shops. More banks welcome. We did that. CNN reporter rings in the new year. I've done that. Evening of cannabis. What? Evening update newsletter. Cannabis, Iran, Trump, and 18. feel like I need to look at this a little further, but this might not be something for the live stream. I like to go over the titles, the headlines, and see what's out there with you guys, so that if you see something that is interesting or exponentially grabbing, let me know. Say something in the comment section. Maybe I'll do a special video on it, because inquiring minds want to know. If you guys want to know, I want to know. So I guess it's about that time that I wrap this up and say thank you for coming to hang out with us. I'm Lance Storm. This is WN420, and it's just another random live stream where we get to get a little bit more personal, talk about a few topics at hand in our current economic situation and our global standpoint, if you guys are interested in that sort of thing, and then call it a wonderful evening. You guys stay beautiful, stay positive, have a wonderful day, and let me know in the comment section if there's anything that you'd like to talk about in the next live stream. Take care.